Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to focus in on our videos that I've had you last week focus on creating questions and writing just lists and lists of questions about things you saw, about the passage we read. Today and this week we're going to focus on creating a video to go through how the process would look like as you answer the question. Not what the answer is to your question, although I'm sure that will get incorporated. We'll wait for a moment. Keone.
Huh?
We can hear you.
Sounds good, huh?
It is good, but go ahead and turn it off. Okay?
Oh, Mary, did you know? Okay.
I mean, I listen to Christmas music all year long, but we're going to do class. Okay. So what we're going to do is our lesson today is the 2.1. And Keone, let's start with you. Would you start reading, and when you're ready, popcorn to somebody else? And there is a typo in here that I've done this 2 lessons. Let's go ahead and change the word so it doesn't throw this class off too. Alright, Keone, go ahead and start us off.
I can't see your screen, bro.
You can't see my screen?
No, no.
I see your screen.
Okay.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Today I will have you working in your group to start working on a video. Remember, I do not want your video to focus on the answer to your question. My goal is that you create a video that showcases the process of finding your answer. It should go above and beyond just a simple Google search, parentheses, or any internet search. Yeah. There you go. Was that? Let's supposed to read that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. And then keep reading or popcorn to somebody else in the class.
Michael, you go next.
Michael, we can't hear you. I can see you're not muted, but... Oh, wait, try that again. Yeah, try moving it closer to your mouth. Maybe that'll work.
Hello?
There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Faintly, but yes.
Hello?
Yeah, try like pushing the microphone towards your mouth and read it that way.
Hello?
Yeah, like that.
Okay. For this activity, you have 2 choices. You can work individually or you can work in groups. I will leave it up to you. Popcorn to like, I don't know, Zach.
If you work individually, your video needs to be 5 to 7 minutes long, Kira.
Work in groups and your video has to be at least 5 minutes long for each person in your group. Rebecca.
You stopped at the for each person in your group, right? Okay. So if you have 8 people in your group, your video should at least be 40 minutes. So my presentation. You also use any software you would like in creating your video. These could include PowerPoint, webcam explanations, filming on location, depending on what your question is about, illustrations, animation, text.
Nice.
Okay, who's reading next? Anybody?
I'll do it, I guess.
Okay.
Remember that as an AIM student, you have access to the full Adobe Creative Cloud suite. It does have a learning curve, but Adobe Rush is a good video editor. You may also use iMovie or any other software you would like to edit together your video.
Okay. So I am no expert in editing videos and creating videos, but I will help you as much as I can. I have done it a few times. I have down here, you can see I accidentally clicked on it while you were reading, my example video, which I decided to study just because it's what's going on in the world right now. My question was, how bad is the COVID really? What can we expect? Because I saw the predictions that the experts were putting out about how many people they expected to get it, how many people they expected to die, especially back in like April. But once we hit about 4 million cases over the summer, I started plotting for myself how many cases we were seeing. So that, I mean, you guys know I don't just teach physics, I also teach math. I wanted to fit my own mathematical curve to it to see if it was following predictable patterns. So, I'll show you, I haven't shown my other classes this, but it is in the video. I started out just plotting it, and I knew it was exponential growth. And I went and plotted, okay, when did we hit 1 million cases, 2 million cases, etc. And then eventually I realized we're not going to grow exponentially forever. And we're going to flatten out, and I created a model that had that, and you can see I started also plotting just every day how many we had. So I was trying to answer my own question. I wasn't leaving it up to others to answer. I would like you to use my video as an example. You're going to see that I definitely used Google to help me find answers, but I did not use Google to give me the answers. So if you want to use internet searches, I set up here, it should go above and beyond a simple internet search. You are welcome still to use the internet in helping you find the answers. But if that's all you're doing, you're not meeting my requirements, okay? Because that is not what I want to know. The answer itself is actually the most boring part of this. If I can answer the question from a Google search and it's just is that this is just the answer, that's not what I want. I want the scientific process of how do you go through to the discovery, okay? So, do you have any questions? Okay, and I will be asking you that question a lot through this explanation on questions. Michael, did you have a question?
Yeah, did you just read this? Or my head's
Say it louder.
I don't know why my mic isn't working, but my headset freaked out and I couldn't hear. So, did you just read this?
Yes.
And then explain it?
Yes.
All right, I got it.
Yeah. And I'm recording this so that we can put it up on the web for you. Okay, so keep in mind right here, I've had you working in groups. I would love for you to continue working in groups, but at the same time, I know there's one group with, let's see, with 7 students in it. Based on my requirements, that's a video that's a minimum of 35 minutes, which you might not feel like you could answer one question and it take a full 35 minutes, but I think you'd be surprised. So if you would like to split into smaller groups within your group, I'm okay with that. Okay? But I only want one question addressed per video. Whether that video be 5 to 7 minutes long or 40 minutes long, that's still just one question in the video. Okay, so I am going to, for today's the last day I'm really sending you off into your breakout groups. On Thursday, we are going to start physics, and we do have a lesson. Molly, you still with me? Okay. I do have a lesson that we're going to go over mostly about units on Thursday. You will get homework on Thursday that will be due over the weekend, and this video is also due over the weekend. So I do expect you'll be using some of your asynchronous time to meet with your groups to work on this video to get it done. Now, instead of making the video due on Friday, I am going to extend that to Saturday, just so you do have a little more time with the work, and you can use Friday to work on the video. So, at this point, any questions?
Is it each team one video or each person?
Well, it depends. It's depends on how you want to break it up. Like I said right here, you can work individually or in groups, and you even, if you want, because you're in groups of, your class has anywhere from 2 to 7 students. Let's say the group of 7 students maybe wants to break up into a group of 2, a group of 3, and 2 groups of 1. I'm okay with that. but I'm not going to move you between your groups. Like, I'm not going to take somebody from Deschamplier and put them in Leibniz.
Idiots.
Any other questions? Okay, I'm going to send you to your breakout groups. I'm going to give you a few minutes to gather your thoughts, to work together. Your homework tonight will be to work on the video. But once you have met with your group, what I need from you is, just so you can see here, for today's activities, and this will show up on your modules, the lesson is what we just read through. Attendance and participation, that's just me recording, did you show up to class and did you participate? So don't ever worry about those. And the discussion, you do need to fill this out before you take off. Which, again, I'm going to say don't take off until I take roll again. But I need to know who's in your group and what is the question you're addressing. You can choose any question you like. My only stipulation about the question is it must be school appropriate. And I do need each person to tell me who's on your team, not just one person, just because it's easier to assign out points that way. Okay. Alton, good to see you right side up. Alright, so I'm going to send you into your breakout groups. I'm going to come visit your groups and check on you while you're working. At the end of class, I'm going to pull you back into this main room to recap, to see if there's anything you need, to answer any last questions, and to take roll one more time. Once I take roll, then you will be free to move on to